Hi guys, today is the 25th of June 2019 at 28 minutes past 9 in the evening over here in the UK, and I've just got a very quick warning to put out for the 26th and the 27th. I already have a video out saying watch before June 26th, and that's because I feel I feel like this scene here is saying something about June 26th slash June 27th in reference to the exit in the background and the children in the classroom. The last day of school for the United States is June the 26th. That also has a reference to the last day of term. Um, Term also having a connection to pregnancy, the last day of term, and pregnancy would relate to birth. And we've had that connection with the apple rolling down the lap and rolling across the ground 7 times. So it's very possible that that could be a reference to something beginning around that time. I've had the interpretation that the lights go out somewhere, and that's why we have the emergency lighting and the torchlight. And I still feel that could potentially happen. But I've also got a different interpretation now because the Democrats are having their first Democratic debates tomorrow and on the 27th. And I feel like the blue characters may connect with, the Democratic Party. They are going to be having a debate um, from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on both days, the 26th and 27th. I don't need to point out the obvious 9/11 reference there, pretty in your face. They're going to be having that debate in Miami, Florida. Now, the iPad Go 2 video is a cryptic, animated, coded uh, message associated with second 9/11. The first 9/11 took place in New York, but George Bush was in Florida at the Emma E. Booker Elementary School um, on the day that 9/11 happened. So the fact that we have George Bush in a school brings us straight back to that same day on 9/11 in Florida. But now we have a possible reference to Democrats, the last day of school, and in my opinion, a possible shooting involving the Democrats. All these characters have pock marks on their faces, which could obviously relate to something like measles or something. It could also be connected with the moon in terms of craters, but it could also be connected with gunshots, particularly shotgun shells. So I just wanted to kind of put that warning out there. Not quite sure if it's the 26th or the 27th, although the last day of school for the United States is the 26th of June. I still feel that in the background here, with the rabbit or hare, there is a reference to the number two, sorry, number two with the rabbit's ears, and also the number seven with the vine leaves here. So that could be a reference to the 27th. And obviously, both days they're having debates. Both days will start at 9 p.m. And finish at 11. So that is the morning Democratic Party debates 2019, Miami, Florida. Watch out for a potential uh, mass shooting taking place, as well as a potential blackout, because I just can't get over the fact that even though red and blue associates with emergency, we still have this reference to a single spot of light, um, which you know appears to have some sort of reference to torchlight, following the apple across the ground with the torch. Obviously, from there we don't see daylight again until the end of the video, where we see the Antichrist, which could actually be the beginning of the video, depending on how you view it. Regardless, for the majority of the video, we have darkness, references to little spots of light here and there, a huge emphasis on kind of emergency lighting, and especially in the beginning of the video, just wanted to point out that I feel like this is a nuclear power plant in the background having a meltdown with all the smoke coming out. The goat, which is a young goat, a kid in a box in a cage with electric fencing and all that sort of stuff, emergency lighting down there, it all seems to connect with the border. And the place where we're having these, we're having the news stories about the children is from Texas. So I feel like we do have a potential issue with power in relation to a power plant or a nuclear power plant, and that may be connected with a cyber attack. Obviously, we know that the United States has recently attacked Iran, and recent news about them coming out and hacking into the power grid. So there could be some retaliation. It may come again, just as I say, with the 27, with the rabbit's ears and the 7 on the vine leaves. Again, upside down, the 2 and the 7. And again, this darkness and the emergency lighting seems to all be connected. So, could that be a backwards 6 for 27th of June? I'm just thinking as I go here. But either way, tomorrow and the next day are going to be very, very high watch days for these events. And if we see any of them occur, then the 2nd of July and the 3rd of July are going to be intense days. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.